They don't teach you at school how to manage your emotions. You learn math, history, and how to solve problems on paper. But when frustration shows up, when anxiety appears, when sadness stays longer than expected, most people have no idea what to do. Some people take medication, some drink alcohol, some use other substances. They're looking for a moment of quiet, a moment where the feeling disappears, something that can numb the pain. Some people force positivity so much that they suppress any other feeling. They tell themselves, "I have to be happy. I can't feel sad, angry, or frustrated." But have you ever suppressed an emotion so much that it jumped as a feeling in your body? Tension in your shoulders, headaches, exhaustion, trouble sleeping, or very bad dreams. Sometimes emotions don't disappear when we push them away. They simply find another way to express themselves. Avoiding emotions is only part of the problem. What they should really teach us at school: learning how to take responsibility for what we feel. Some people never learn to take responsibility for their emotions. You often hear, "You made me angry," "You made me sad." Some people use their mental struggles or past experiences as reasons for their behavior. "I act like this because my parents didn't treat me well, because I failed in the past. It feels worthless to try again." Lately, I've been hearing people say they can't take action because of mental health labels. "Oh, I can't work full-time because of my ADHD, depression, anxiety, or other challenges." At first, these statements feel understandable. Our experiences, wounds, and mental health do affect how we think and feel. They influence the energy we have, the focus we can muster, and the choices we make. I always say it's okay to feel sad, frustrated, or anxious. Depression is often the memory of past trauma, and anxiety is the fear of what hasn't even happened yet. The problem starts when we dwell in these feelings too much. Some of us love to wallow in self-pity, letting it take over our attention and energy. But leaning on past struggles or labels as the only reason we don't act can limit growth. Emotions still arise, that's natural. Past pain and mental health struggles explain your feelings, but they don't have to control your actions. You can acknowledge your challenges and still explore ways to function, adapt, and move forward. The difference is between an emotion or limitation that informs and one that controls. When you observe your emotions, notice the patterns, and respond intentionally, you reclaim power. Your past, your struggles, or your labels can guide you, but they don't have to define the choices you make today. Emotions appear because something triggers a reaction inside us, a thought, a belief, or an expectation. There is a space between what happens and how we react. In that space, we have a choice. We can react automatically, or we can respond consciously. It might feel impossible at first, but with awareness and practice, it becomes very real. Think about someone you know who stays calm even in difficult situations. They aren't living without problems. They have learned to work with their emotions instead of letting their emotions control them. Thoughts shape feelings. Feelings push actions. The way you think influences how you feel. How you feel often determines what you do next, and what you do repeatedly shapes the outcomes in your life. Meditation helps. Sit quietly for a few minutes each day. Notice thoughts as they appear. Notice emotions as they arise. Do not judge them, do not react immediately, simply observe and let them pass. People often ask, "How do I meditate?" It's actually easy. Having a blank mind is nearly impossible, but in this state of relaxation, focusing on your breathing allows you to send the thoughts away just as they came. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, "Oh, the time I was nasty to my partner." Back to breathing. Breathe in, breathe out. Emotional journaling helps even more. Write down what you feel. Write down the thoughts that accompany it. Ask yourself, where is this coming from? What is this emotion trying to show me? Where in my body is it located, and if it could speak, what would it say to me? This creates space between the emotion and your reaction. With practice, you start noticing patterns. You see how thoughts influence feelings and how feelings push actions. This is the foundation for emotional management. Life coaches and therapists often use the 5 whys. Start with the feeling and keep asking why until you get to the root of the problem. The emotion points to a deeper belief, not just the surface feeling. When we uncover the root, we can respond intentionally instead of reacting automatically.